guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, I'm Aishwarya. So I started this YouTube channel because I wanted to have a space on the internet where I get to be myself, and like a digital diary basically. So this video is going to be a bit narcissistic because I'm going to talk about myself. As the title said, I am going to talk about 25 things that I think I learned in the existence of 25 years. So day before yesterday was my 25th birthday, and I don't know, I was very nervous about it because 25 seems like a big number and I was really not looking forward to it. But very honestly, 25 feels great. I mean, it's just been a few hours, but it feels great. I feel very nice and mature. Again, it's just been a few hours, but I'm feeling all these things, and I thought it would be nice to reflect on things that I think I have learned in the past 25 years. So this video is going to be about that. I'm also really grateful for a lot of things in life. Every day for me, I think, is a reminder of how much I am loved and I cannot be grateful. Yesterday I came back to my Mumbai home and I came home to this. My roommate Anaya made this and she is mad. She is insane. This was so sweet. I lost my shit. It was so pretty. So I'm really grateful. Now let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing that I think I've learned is acceptance of self. पहले मुझे बहुत दिक्कत होती थी to accept my flaws, and it used to be this whole thing. So when my mom for the first time told me that I have a short tempered and then that people are scared of me, I did not believe it because I thought I was the nicest person there is and I'm very sweet and I'm soft spoken and everything. But yes, I have my days where I lose my shit and then it becomes like crazy, and yes, maybe people can be scared of me. Also my resting bitch face is this, so this doesn't help either. So I have realized that to deal with anything you need to accept it first. So the first step is always accepting it, and I think I have come to a good point where I have accepted myself with a lot of flaws, and it helps now that I have to work on it and everything. So acceptance is everything. Number 2, talking about things solves a lot of things. This is so true. The first step, I think, for anything is talking it out. My father always says कि आपके बारे में ना सब कुछ लोगों को पता होना चाहिए. लोगों को mean, I don't mean like random people, but maybe you can pick people and segregate things. Like for example, you can talk about your financial situation and issues with one of your friends. You can talk about your relationship with other friend. You can talk about your some family or home related thing to maybe your mother. But like everybody needs to talk about their feelings and talk about things because it helps you regulate your emotions. My father has always taught me to talk about my feelings and my opinions and things, and I think it has really helped me. And this is one thing that I always do. I also self-talk a lot. So every time I'm taking a shower, I talk to myself. I talk about what I'm feeling, and I think it has really helped me. I might look like a stupid cuckoo person, but it really helps. So yeah. Number 3, you get what you deserve. So for a very long time, I was running behind something that I thought I wanted, and I did not get that, but I got something better. And when I say better, I don't mean better than that thing, but maybe something that is better for me, if it makes sense. I'm going to make a whole another video about this experience. So yeah, let's keep it to that. You get what you deserve. Number 4, being myself is great. I have spent so much amount of time in the past trying to fit in particular groups and being very conscious and weird about things. But I have realized that being myself is great, and I'm a really great person if I say it to myself. So now I don't care about what people have to think. If I have to crack a joke, I'll crack a joke. Maybe I'm the only person laughing on my jokes, but it's fine. As long as I am being myself, it's, I think, great. Number 5, you make right arguments in the wrong tone. I have observed this so much, especially when it comes to women, that most of the time the arguments that they're trying to make are so right, it's just the wrong tone. This happens with me a lot. I have also observed this in case of my parents. So every time my mom and dad are arguing or having a fight, my mom is making excellent point, but her tone is so wrong that it just seems wrong. So girls, if you are like dealing with this, maybe we should work on our tone a little bit. And if you have worked on your tone, tell me how you did it, because I would really like to do that. Number 6, it's okay to ask for help. I'm this weird split personality thing where at home I ask for help for things I should not be even asking for help. But the moment I step out of the house, I become this extra ultra independent person and I shy away from asking for help. Recently, one of my aunts, her name is Sneha, she taught me this, she told me that it is okay to ask for help and you should do that more often. And then I took her advice one day and I asked for help, and it felt so nice, it felt so liberating. So asking for help is really, really good. Okay, number 7, people grow apart and it's normal. I used to struggle with this a lot because yaar hum to best friends hai abhi, what do you mean, we don't talk that often. But I think it's fine, people grow apart and it's okay, it's part of growing up and it's normal. Number 8, learn to listen more. I have to do this more often. And I think again I am I have these two personalities. One is where I am listening to you very mindfully. I am present and I'm listening to everything that you're saying and it's beautiful. But then I also have days when I'm just listening to argue back or listening to talk back, and I really want to work on this particular thing. And I've also observed that it happens with few people a lot. So with few people I'm very mindful, I'm there, I'm listening to what they have to say. But with few people I just have this very defensive mode on and I'm just listening to talk back, and which is weird, and I need to work on it. Number 9, I have a very Indian accent. As you can see, मैं बात करने लग जाती हूँ तो पता चल जाता है कि she's an Indian girl trying to speak in English. And honestly, I don't have any problem with it. I am actually absolutely fine with it. But I would like to, however, improve on it. Like my brothers can speak in various accents and it's really, really cool. And I would like to do that. मैं जब कोई अंग्रेजी गाना भी गाती हूँ तो ऐसा लगता है कि कोई मराठी लड़की है जो बेचारी गाना गाने की कोशिश कर रही है. Having said that, I don't mind it. I have no problems with it, but I would like to work on it. Okay, number 10. This is very difficult. Number 10 is your parents have their own. What happened to my voice? Number 10 is a bit difficult. It is your parents have their own lives. Oh, this is so hard. This was so hard for me. So my first thing when I come home is, where is mom? I don't know what is wrong with me and why I am obsessed with my mom so much. But my first thing is, where is mom? Because मुझे ना बचपन से ये सिखाया गया है. I like to think that my father conditioned me this way, that every time I come home, I share about my day. I talk about it. So we had this activity growing up at home which was called How Was Your Day? So where each of us used to talk about our days, and it was very nice, very sweet. And I do that a lot. I like to talk about my day. अभी तो इतनी बात नहीं होती because we live in different cities. But when we meet, I tell her about everything that she has missed, and it's crazy. So kabhi when I was a few years back, actually, I used to be this crazy person who used to think that my mom's only job in the world is to be my mom. And it is very stupid. I'm not very proud of it. But I used to go home, and if she's not home, I used to make this whole scene ki, what do you mean you were with your friends eating ice cream? You can't do that. You're supposed to be home and listen to me talk about shit. So it took me a very long time to understand that both my parents have their own lives, have their friends, they have this whole plans that they are going to make and they should make, and it was weird. But I think I'm very mature about it now, and I encourage my mom to have her own plans and plan her own trips. Not that my mom did not do that before. She's a very independent person. She did all that, but now I think my reaction to it is very mature. So yeah, whatever. Number 11 is, I don't know how to I have written diplomatic. So I have realized this thing that a lot of people look at things like white and black. So अगर कोई, for example, एक group में अगर झगड़ा होता है तो people tend to pick sides. I am from her side, or I am from his side, or I am from like that. I cannot pick sides, because for me it's like, okay, so she made a mistake, but doesn't mean she's a bad person. So I mean, why are we picking sides again? So it's very difficult for me to pick sides, and I can really, for some weird reason, separate things. So I can say कि okay, इस वाले incident में it was your fault, but ये वाले इसमें शायद तुम्हारा fault नहीं था, and it's okay. So people look at me, a lot of my friends look at me like I'm a diplomatic person, and they say कि फटके you're very diplomatic. And it used to bother me a lot, because how does that make me diplomatic? I can just separate things and feelings from situations, and is that not a nice thing? So it used to bother me a lot that, people think I'm a diplomatic person. On my birthday party, actually, one of my friends said, "Ki Phadke, you're very diplomatic," and it really hurt me. And I was like, "Yaar, I am not how do I make you understand this?" To which one of my friends, who's very younger than me, by the way, looked at me and said, "Why does it bother you so much? Why do you care about what some other person has to think about you?" So next time when someone tells you that you're a diplomatic, just say, "Yeah, I am. I'm really good at it," and move on. And it really hit me and it felt so nice. I was like, yeah, why am I overthinking about it too much? So the idea is, who cares what people think about you, okay? If you think you are not that, just move forward. Who cares about what some other person has to say? Okay, number 12, dress up nice all the time. I don't know, I have this weird theory where I think if you have dressed up nicely, you feel more confident. Is it just me? But I don't know, I think you face the world with more grace and more confidence, and you are like, hello, I look nice. I don't know, it's weird, but I think dressing up really helps. Number 13, support system. I cannot stress, I don't know, it's so weird, but I think you need to have a good support system. Support system is everything. For me, it happens to be my brothers actually. I cannot do without them. I would love to share one incident, I'll talk about it very quickly. So I was in Mumbai and I was dealing with something terrible and I was really sad and I was losing it. It was 10 p.m. in the night and it was crazy. I called my brother up and I told him that I'm coming home. And he was like, okay, what happened? I was like, I don't know, I just don't feel very good and I need to be home right now. So he was like, okay, you book a cab and share your details with me and theek hai, come home. I booked a cab, I sat in the cab, and my first thought was, in 4 hours, I'm going to reach home, I'm going to meet my brothers, and everything is going to be a-okay. And this confidence that I had, this feeling that, okay, 4 hours, I'm going to be home, and half my problems are going to be gone. How great is that? I had this confidence that, in 4 hours, everything is going to be okay, because that's how much I believed in my support system. So it is very, very important to have a good support system. It can be your parents, it can be your brothers, your friends, your closest friends, but you need a support system in life, and you should really invest in building one, because it really is one of the most necessary things in the world. Number 14, my biggest problem in my life is self-doubt. I have realized this and I am going to spend the whole next year working on it. My biggest problem is me. I self-doubt a lot. I face lack of confidence on an everyday basis. It might not look like it because I come off as a very confident person, but deep down I am really not, and I am really working on it. And I'm going to spend this whole 25th year trying to work on that. I'm not going to doubt myself at all. I'm at least going to try. So now I know what my biggest problem is, so maybe it will be easier to work on it. Anyway, number 15 is the difference, but there is a very thin line between honesty and rudeness, if it makes sense. So I'm a big fan of honest people. It's like my USP in a weird sense. I like to think that I'm a very honest person, and I will tell you very honestly what I'm feeling. I'm very honest about my emotions and my feelings, and I appreciate people who are very honest with me. I really, really, really appreciate it. But I learned it a very hard way that there is difference between being honest and being rude. I really don't think that I was rude ever. I was honest, but कभी-कभी मुझे लगता है कि कभी-कभी वो हो जाता है कि I'm just trying to be this really honest person, but kabhi it's just straight up rude. So I should think before I, speak. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes, yes. Number 16 is to not give authority to insignificant people. I have struggled with this a lot, especially in my college days. It really mattered to me to get validation from people who were really not that significant. Why the F did I give them so much of importance? So it was very, very stupid. I have made a video about this in the past, I think, but I'm glad that I don't do that anymore, and it's really life-changing. Number 17, simple food makes me the happiest. It is true. I am not a fancy pasta, fancy pizza person. Dal chawal makes me really happy. Dahi doodh bhat makes me really happy. I love it. One of my aunts make these chutneys that make me really happy. A simple bhakri and chutney and my day is made. So I'm a very simple person, I think, when it comes to food. And if I want to make myself happy, making one of these dishes, I think, is a way. And I have realized that about myself, which is great. So now I don't spend unnecessary time to, and unnecessary time and money to, make things that are fancy, because in honesty, simple food really make me happy. So why waste time and energy? Having said that, I also like to explore food. But anyway, okay. Number 18, don't overeat, keep it light. Yeah, sometimes I overeat, and yeah, we should not do that. Anyway, number 19, power of music. Music is really therapeutic and it's great. So I do this new practice where if I feel that I'm not, feeling nice and, bad, I'm in a bad mood, I put on music. It can be anything. Most days it starts with chhaiya for some reason. Right now I'm in a chhaiya phase. And then suddenly I feel a lot better. So music is everything. Number 20, trying new things really helps build your personality. I was a very adamant person few years back. I was, for example, music ke hi मामले में I was very lyrics oriented. I still am, but I was a very adamant lyrics oriented person. जिसके lyrics अच्छे हैं, I used to only listen to that songs, which meant instrumental मैं बहुत कम सुनती थी. But a friend of mine introduced me to this whole another genre of music and instrumental and jazz, and I'm absolutely loving it, and I think it really helps you build layers to your personality. So because of that friend, I also started eating different kinds of food, and we traveled a lot. It's a whole thing, I think. So trying new things help build a very interesting layers to your personality. Number 21, nothing is more important than family. As cliche as it sounds, it's very, very true. Also, you get to pick your definition for family. For a lot of people, family can be different. But yes, nothing is important than family. Number 22, it's not that serious. We tend to think that everything is about, I used to think that everything is about me and, everything is serious, but turns out it is not. Nothing is serious actually. So just move on. Number 23, get your, what do we call it? Do a blood test. This is a very weird thing. But I was feeling very low and dull like few days back, and it was really bad. And then my father said, you should do a blood test. I think there is something wrong with it. And then I did it, and my vitamin D was very, very low, and my vitamin B12 was very, very low. So मुझे डॉक्टर अंकल ने फिर डांट लगाई, and then I had these injections for vitamin B12, and my energy levels feel much better now. I feel energetic. तो जो मुझे लग रहा था कि यार मुझे कुछ करने की इच्छा ही नहीं हो रही है, या मुझसे उठा नहीं जा रहा है, या am I depressed because I don't feel like doing anything, was actually because my energy levels were really low because my vitamin B12 was really low. So if you feel any of these things, maybe it is your sign to get your test done, especially if you are a vegetarian, because I don't know, you know what I mean. So yeah, just go get it tested. Number 24, when you think of someone, let them know. This is something I absolutely do. When you think of someone, it doesn't take a lot of time. Just pick up your call them. If calling is too much, leave them a message. Validation, I think, is so important in life, and whenever it is possible for you, just validate people, because it's very, very important. It's important that you don't take people for granted, but it's also important for them to know that you're not taking them for granted. So yes, go tell people if you're thinking about them. And last, 25th, nothing lasts. Nothing lasts, and isn't that great? Not the good times, not the bad times, not the worst times. Yeah, so that's it about this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you are over 25, give me tips about this quarter life crisis and mid-20s thing, and then oh god, it's going to be late 20s and oh, it's a thing. So give me advice in the comment section. I would really like to know. And that's it about this video. I will see you really, really soon in the next one. Till then, stay safe and take care. Bye bye.